Well, hello there. Are you ready to do some more shape exploration? Great, because I am too. Today we're going to look at two-dimensional shapes and three-dimensional shapes and see how they're related. You're like, what? Well, they're all shapes, right? That's right, they are. But let's see how they're different first. Two-dimensional shapes are flat, like this circle, like this triangle. These are all flat two-dimensional shapes, like this rectangle and this square, all flat. They're two-dimensional. Sometimes we call them 2D shapes. Now, how are they related to three-dimensional shapes? Well, first let's look at the three-dimensional shapes. Here we have the cube, the cylinder, cone, rectangular prism, and of course, the sphere. Those are all three-dimensional shapes. They're not flat. I like to say three-dimensional shapes are fat, not flat. Some people call them solid shapes. Well, let's find out how they're related. We're going to explore how they're related by using paint. Aha, that's right. I really like to have some fun with paint. How about you? I've got me a piece of paper here, and I've also got some paints. I'm going to take my three-dimensional shapes, dip them into paint, and let's see what we can observe on the paper after we stamp. Are you ready? The first one I'm going to do is the cylinder. When I dip it into paint and stamp the paper, what do you think you're going to see? Let's see if you're right. Here I go. Oh, I need a little bit more paint. What shape do you see? There we go. A circle. Why do you think we see a circle when we stamped the paper with a cylinder? You got it. Because a cylinder has two circle faces. So we can put the circle and the cylinder together, because you need circles to make a cylinder. All right, let's find out about another one. How about this shape, the cube? Which shape do you think we're going to see when we stamp the paper with the cube? Let's find out if you're right. Get enough paint up here. Okay, here we go. Did you guess? Were you right? A square. That's right. When we stamped the paper with a cube, we got a square. And why is that? Aren't you smart? That's right. You need squares to make cubes, because cubes have all square faces. Let's try another one. We're getting good at this. How about a rectangular prism? Do you remember which one that is? Woo! That's right. Which shape do you think we're going to see when we stamp the paper with a rectangular prism? Let's see if you're right. I need to make sure I get enough paint on it this time. I think I'm going to use orange. Where's that orange? Okay, here we go. Here it comes. I gotta stamp hard enough. Bring it up. Up. There we go. Let me do it one more time on this side. Okay. Ah. What shape? Rectangle. Is that what you guessed? I knew it was. Great job. And why do we see a rectangle? Because you need rectangles to make rectangular prisms. That's right. Man, you guys are really getting this. Now, what shape do I need next? The cone. I bet you've already thought about which shape you're going to see when you stamp a cone. Let's look at the cone. What shape do you think you're going to see when you stamp the cone? Let's see if you're right. Here we go. I'm going to use purple this time. Here it comes. Okay, got to press hard. Ugh. Oh, that purple didn't... I need some more purple. I don't think I had enough on there. There we go. Let's see. Ah, what shape? A circle. That's right. You were right. When we stamp the cone, we get a circle. And why is that? Well, you need one circle to make a cone. That's part of the three-dimensional shape called a cone. You have to have a circle face. So do you see how these are related? You need two-dimensional shapes to make three-dimensional shapes. Let's see if you remember. Which three-dimensional shape did we use to stamp this square? The cube! That's right. Which three-dimensional shape did we use to stamp the red circle? A cylinder. Very good. Which three-dimensional shape did we use to stamp the rectangular prism? A rectangle. Perfect. And how about the cone? We used the cone to stamp a circle. So the cone and the cylinder, we both get circles because they both have circle faces. Very good. Now you're probably wondering, well, wait a minute. At the beginning of this, we were talking about a sphere. Where did the sphere go? Well, let me tell you. A sphere is just a curved surface. A curved surface. It doesn't have faces. So if we put the sphere in paint, let's see what happens. I could roll it on my paper and it would mark it up. But just roll marks because a sphere is just a curved surface. I really had some fun today using three-dimensional shapes to make two-dimensional shapes with paint. Why don't you try it at home? Bye!